dependent upon it. They don't know who they are, their value, they don't understand it, and they get caught up in it. And they become that product of that substance, and it begins to do things to them in a way that they didn't even imagine. You see, drugs will take you farther than you plan on going. It will keep you longer than you plan on staying, and cost you more than you plan on paying. But it's the big lie. Drugs are fun, drugs are cool, drugs will do this, drugs help me escape, but it does the total opposite. That's such a false sense within the culture. Drugs does not help you escape. It puts you in bondage, because when you come down, guess what you want? You want more of the drugs. That's not freedom. You want more of the drugs because of the fact you're coming down now. And yet, guess what? Most of the time, see, drugs are not the problem. People that do drugs that have internal issues or internal problems, and rightfully so. There's nothing wrong with having internal things going on within you. But what is wrong is you thinking that doing drugs is going to remove it. And I know you guys are in high school, I remember thinking the same things. How many of y'all heard don't do drugs? How many of y'all heard don't do drugs? We've all heard it. We've all heard don't do drugs, but yet there's millions of people that are stuck in this bondage and in this slavery mindset where they're not only they're addicted to it, but it's to the point where they're selling their wives, they're selling their kids, they're selling their car, they're walking away from their family, their children, because they're such a slave and a prisoner to that substance. That is not a way to live. But we want to continue to live our counterfeit lifestyle because we want people to think that this is what our value is. I'll tell you what, you don't need someone to tell you that you're valuable. You are already, because you are alive. I need 4 volunteers. I need 2 boys and 2 ladies. You right there on the end with the gray storm. Yep, you point your finger down. You 2 ladies right there, just both of y'all raise your hand at the same time. Y'all come down here. And you right there, sir. Come on down. I ain't gonna make you eat nothing nasty or stand on your head or do a cartwheel or nothing, alright? Just relax. Come on down. Y'all ain't even clapping for them when they're coming down and maybe winning something. Come on, give it up for the volunteers. Alright guys, everybody got the giggles out? Feel better? Okay, listen up. Here we go. I'm about to show you some things that you guys carry with you on a regular basis. This is the stuff that I believe a lot of the reason why people do drugs is they don't know how to handle some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and open up the first one. Since you got yours open already, we're going to start with you because you wanted to go ahead. That's cool. We'll start with confusion. Don't show me in. Alright, confusion. Everybody say confusion. What do you mean by that, Aaron? Confusion. Why? Who am I? Why am I here? Why do my parents treat me like this? Why am I in this room with this individual? Why am I doing this to my body? Why am I selling my body to do this? Why am I have such insecurity that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get someone to show love to me? Why am I like this? We have confusion. We have another one that has emotions. I call it the E train, because once their emotions get going, it takes a lot to slow it down. Your emotions. Now, emotions are not a bad thing or necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. But most people's emotions, your emotions determine how you act. See, the way you think, the things you download, the things you surround yourself with. Show me your friends, I'll show you where you're going to be at in 5 years. I'll show you your future. And it will take a rocket scientist to figure it out. Show me who you're hanging around with now and how you're living. I'll show you where you'll be at in the future. Your emotions determine how you feel. The way you feel determines the way you act, and your actions determine your lifestyle. If you are downloading things and you're thinking of yourself less than what you ought, then guess what? That's what you're going to produce. You're going to be a counterfeit. Let's go to the next one. Secrets. Secrets within inside of us that mom and dad don't know about, our teachers don't know about, our friends don't even know about. Because when we go to bed at night, we think about our insecurity, we think about our longiness for love, we think about our depression, we think about the times that we wanted to commit suicide, we think about these things. But yet we don't tell nobody. I heard someone say one time, whatever is most secret is most general. See, whatever we think that we're going to put in that dark closet in our heart and kind of forget about it, the person right next to us is probably going through the same thing, but see, we don't talk about this stuff. Because first of all, we don't enjoy it. We don't enjoy having to look in the mirror and deal with these things within us. Because it does hurt. It can hurt. But yet we can't think that we're going to do drugs and the substance is going to take away all this. And our last one is pain. A lot of y'all walk around with some pain. Even the young lady on the screen said, on the outside I looked happy, but on the inside I was empty. You're walking around with pain and you're acting like you don't have it. You're putting on the counterfeit lifestyle, you're doing your thing. But yet what you've been downloading into your heart and into your life, it's just eating you up. It's tearing you up inside. And see, emotions went away. Come back, here we go. Emotions doesn't look like this. Confusion doesn't look like this. Secrets don't look like this, and neither does pain. You see, it don't matter who you are, what color you are, what nationality you are. It doesn't matter what economic status you have. It doesn't matter what neighborhood you're from, what school you go to. It doesn't matter any of that. See, pain does not care what you look like. Pain doesn't care whether, pain sees right through your counterfeit. You can't have a counterfeit lifestyle and think that your pain is going to go away. They don't care about that. It's the real you. It's within the emotions and the confusion. You can't get rid of this stuff with substance abuse, and that's the same thing with drugs. It doesn't care who you are, what you want to do with your life. You see, there's things that I thought I wanted to do with my life that I can't do now because of my limitations of falling into the big lie of doing drugs. Don't set yourself up for failure. Give it up for our full volunteers.
Thank you guys for coming.